This video is proudly brought to you by Hovatek. Hovatek. Just a button away.
One rather frustrating thing you might experience as an Android user is heavy data or megabyte consumption. Now, in such scenarios, you could have like 15 megabytes of data, and in the next couple of minutes, all you have is 5 or even 2 megabytes left. So, the question usually is what exactly is consuming all these megabytes and where exactly are they going? So, in this tutorial, we'll be looking at some places, some loopholes which could cause heavy data usage or consumption on your Android phone, and also how to reduce heavy data usage. So the first thing you'd want to do is to launch your settings app. Now I'll be looking at three major settings: the background data, the GPS, and the synchronization settings. Those three settings could be a lifesaver when it comes to data or megabytes on your Android. So the first thing you want to do is to launch your settings as we've done. Then you click on data usage. Now under data usage, you see a graph showing you how much you are consuming within a time period. You can see I have 1.54 gigabytes used within this time frame. So what you'd want to do here is to locate apps that are basically consuming a lot of megabytes. That is apps you don't need to be running all the time. So on this list here, I have my Opera Mini topping the chart just after my Tetrin, and Android OS can't touch that. BBM, I need that. Pages Manager, I need that. So basically, what you'd want to do here is to look for apps that you can do without, which you don't have to really sync all the time to their servers. So if I'm going to manage my Opera Mini megabyte consumption, for example here, all I will do is just click on Opera Mini and then scroll down, and then you see this restrict background data at the bottom corner. I just tick this and I click OK to confirm that, and that is that. So I just scroll down, keep looking. So basically what you just do is just disable background data for apps you can afford to not have sync all the time, but you'd want to avoid apps like your BBM, your WhatsApp, your instant messengers. Basically you would want them to always sync. Okay, for YouTube I don't need that running all the time in this case. So if my YouTube was consuming a lot, I will just click YouTube here and then I tick this and then just read and then okay. So what this background restriction basically means is whenever your app runs, for example, Opera Mini in this case, whenever Opera Mini runs, it could run in two ways: the foreground and the background. Now in this case, you can see my background is not much, it's negligible. That's because it's well optimized. But in a case where it's not well optimized, you could have your foreground being maybe 4 megabytes, your background being maybe 20 megabytes. What this means is that while you are browsing your regular pages with your Opera Mini, Opera Mini is also sending some details, some information over to their servers, communicating with their servers, or running some background updates, or stuff could be happening which you don't really need at the moment. It's just a basic data collection process. So all these things just contribute to your megabytes just vanishing. So whenever you restrict an app, it will look something like this. Like after you restart the phone, you would have something like this. You see this restricted just in front of the apps. So my maps, for example, was consuming a lot. I restricted that, and some games I didn't need them connecting to their servers, and just basically restrict background data. Next setting we'll be looking at is the backup and reset option. So you will just scroll down here and then backup and reset. Now what this setting basically does is it syncs all your important details like passwords, histories, and the rest to certain servers as a way to save them. So when you restrict such kind of data, you protect yourself from unnecessary data collection processes that don't really benefit you at the moment, processes you don't really find that urgent or important. So what you'd want to do here is to disable this box here. As you can see here, is disabled. So if you met it in this form, what you just want to do is untick this as, yeah, make sure it is unticked. Then you'd want to come back. So we have two settings. So the next setting we'll be looking at is our location settings, which is somewhere here. Okay, yes, location access, skip that. So what you'd want to do here is to make sure this is also unchecked. So you might find yourself having it checked. So you'd want to uncheck this. What this location access thing does is it's more like your GPS. It helps you to track your phone's position in real time. You understand me? So you might not really need this feature at the moment on your phone. So what it means is that if you have about maybe 80 megabytes, you just find yourself broadcasting your location to servers for no reason. So you're basically just wasting your megabyte. So just optimizing your phone with these three settings could really save you a lot of megabytes.